Hi, good morning everyone. Our today's webinar topic is integrated projects, process and resource management, the surest way to gain control and visibility. So today we will understand what could be the flaws of not having an integrated project management in place and what all tools available so that we can have an integrated project process and resource management environment. So we'll start with what all challenges the project manager is facing and what could be the nightmares for the project managers. One of the challenges generally in traditional project management practice, project manager need to get the inputs from project team and then manually update the project management tool or dashboard or MS Project or Excel, whatever tools the organization is using for project management. And most of the times, because the traditional tools for project management are not real time, the dashboard of the project status would always be outdated. And generally there is no clarity, means what we planned and against that plan where actually we are today, whether we are on track or we are uh, overshooting the timeline or we are overshooting the cost. And this is one of the major challenges, that generally the resources, deliverables and the project management tool are isolated, and then we need to manually sync the resource management, the deliverables and the project management dashboard. Most of the organization says that our organization is having well established practices in place when it comes to program management or project management. But my question to all those organization is how they are ensuring the accountability and how they are ensuring that the progress status of the project dashboard is real time, and how they are ensuring that deliverables are integrated with the project management tool. Means once the deliverables are completed, the status is updated in their project management dashboard. Generally, human resources are managed in a separate tool, and then to understand the proper utilization of human resources or the work allocation is as per the human resource workload. And generally each project will have some cost and risk associated to it, whether we are managing those cost and risk of the program within that program management tool or not. And most important point, when to kill a project or stop a project or discontinue a project, because if one project is not profitable and we are not able to deliver on time, that decision need to be taken. It could be at the early stage when we are doing the project management planning. That time itself, we should understand whether we should start the project. And during the project execution also, we should understand whether this project is profitable for the organization or not. Now we'll understand what all challenges the businesses are facing in today's scenario. The products are becoming complex day by day. Now we have global operations, design anywhere, manufacture anywhere. And the requirements are increasing day by day. Those requirements could be functional side from because customer is demanding, safety side, environmental side, or regulatory side. And because now a lot of competition is there, we need to launch our product very soon, and then lifeline or life cycle of the product is also going down. And there are a lot of uncertainty in the market because a lot of new innovation and disruptions are happening because of technology or new players or startups coming in. And all those business challenges actually finally driving program management challenges, because now there are multiple programs which are being run inside one organization, and then you have limited resources, so you need to manage your program. If there are cross program dependency, you should have one dashboard who can take care of your those dependency which are cross program. Then the communication need to be timely and accurate so that you can take right decision at the right time and avoid risk and cost overrun or time overrun. The competency in the project management office is limited. Then we need to allocate different programs and projects to as individuals, and because we are running short of resources. Okay, then we should have some system which is actually managing the knowledges which are being captured, and those knowledge can be taken, can be utilized when a similar program is being run, because we cannot have experienced program manager and project manager being part of each activity or each milestone. Then a lot of decisions need to be taken during the execution of the project. Then those decisions should be supported with real-time data, which is accurate, trustworthy, and up to date. And being human, there are different processes which organization and program team need to follow, but system should ensure that inconsistency is not there when the program team is working on those projects. When we talk about project management, it has got three pillars: deliverables, cost, timeline. If we are able to keep all these in control, our project management would be successful. And obviously, we cannot compromise the quality of the deliverables. But how we can optimize all these three pillars and we can keep quality in control? And there are challenges in program management at the operation level, like executive will ask program manager to come up with a dashboard or a report. What is the current status? Then program manager will go to different tools or Excels or MS projects. They will extract the data, prepare the report, and he will submit or present it to the executive committee. Again, functional managers will not have clarity what they need to do, what are their deliverables. They would be always uh, contacting program manager, and a lot of time is invested from the program manager side just to make it clear to the project functional manager what are their deliverables and what are the deadlines, what are the requirements for those deliverables. And the status of the work completed generally updated manually using a spreadsheet or emails or through phone calls, and then one dedicated resource would be updating all those status. And because there is a lack of collaboration and program planning is happening in silos, then other stakeholders like marketing and sales don't have visibility what level of program executed, what are pending, if it is on time or not, and they will get to know when the next review meeting will happen. Similarly, downstream users like manufacturing team or service team, they will have their own program plans, which is not connected to the master program. So how we can address all these challenges? If we talk about program or project management workflow, it start with planning, then we execute the program, and finally we are monitoring it and execution is happening. If any disruption is coming, we are accommodating those disruptions. Those comes under control of the program or plan. So now we'll talk about integrated program planning and execution, what exactly it is and how it can address all the challenges which we were discussing in previous slides. So it's nothing but a top-down approach wherein you start with setting up the plan and then you decide the deliverables at the plan level. Then you start execution for each deliverables or each activity or milestone. You create schedules, you have workflows in the background running, and then the changes which are happening, you accommodate those changes. Parallelly, during those execution, you are tracking the requirements which came from the customer, or maybe during new product introduction, you identify those requirements. Then you are tracking the interconnectivity from those requirements to your components or assemblies and relevant documents. So you should have complete traceability between all these requirements, parts, documents, and even. And then you should have one dashboard which is giving you the current status or live status, and then whatever feedback is being collected during the execution of the project, that should also be coming back to the program manager and relevant stakeholders to close the loop. So if you have your integrated program planning and execution in place, so you would be planning and executing in a single system itself, and you would be investing more time on the execution part. And whenever any change comes or happens, your program is able to adapt to their changes. CMS has got actually 7 digital threads during which connects the different digital twins of product lifecycle management or complete product lifecycle. One is system-driven product development, other is integrated program planning and execution, product development and engineering, supplier source selection and management, verification management, product realization, and product support planning and management. So these are the 7 threads which are there, which interconnect all the digital twins of one manufacturing organization. If here we are able to see that integrated program planning and execution starts from the planning period till the operation and supports and services, and finally the disposal of the product. It covers all the stages of the product life cycle. So today we are going to discuss integrated program planning and execution only. So what is integrated program planning and execution? It's actually a system approach. If you understand system engineering, is nothing but similar approach, but that is at the program management level. So you would have WBS based project plan, and your cost, schedule, and risk will be integrated part of your program plan. And you will be following the critical chain methodology, and your resources, human resources, and other manufacturing machine resources would be part of your program plan. And finally, it will give you full traceability, and it will give you comparison the plan versus actual as well. Your all the dashboards will be real time updated, and it's not disrupting the individuals who are working on the activities. In short, it will have requirement management, contract management, cost estimation, project scheduling, change management, configuration management, earned value management system, and risk and opportunity management. So all these actually are part of program only or project only. So if you have integrated program planning and execution in place, all these pieces of puzzle are brought together, and then we achieve this integrated program planning and execution. So here I'm showing how Teamcenter based integrated program planning and execution be used for a systems approach to program planning. Like here you have requirement management in same system. Then you have cost estimation also part of the system itself. You are doing project scheduling, you are doing change management, configuration management, earned value, and risk opportunity management within a single platform. Now, because project is going through a lot of disruptions, our program planning and project planning should always be agile. So here it is how it will have your program. You'll create a program which will have start, end, and then different gates in between. You will be managing all the business plan, market requirement, and the other respective deliverables and documents part of that program only. Each program will have multiple projects, and then the respective documents, 3D models, assembly parts, drawing, and then different requirements would be managed in context of those projects. Then those projects will have their events or milestones. Then for each deliverables, you will have schedules. And if any change come, that change also would be part of that. And again, for that change also, you need separate schedules if that is the change is having implication on the timeline. So one simple scenario I'm showing you. One program A is created using program planning. Okay, then the scope of the program is to deliver 6 deliverables. Let's say PD1, PD2, PD3, and up to PD6. Okay, and then you have different phases like plan phase, design phase, build phase, and then you have predefined due dates. So here you will create one program. You will have different gates and different stages. Then you would be creating the schedule. For schedule, you will have predefined schedule template because you have created similar program previously also. During those program, whatever learning was there that you have captured as a knowledge management, and those schedules has been stored as a schedule template in your schedule library. So you would use those schedule templates to create a new schedule for your deliverables. Then once you have created a schedule, then you will review the schedule, you will do the sequencing of the events, you will define the resources, you will add the duration for each activity. And for each event, let's say you have multiple deliverables, you have created schedule for each deliverable, then at that master level of that event, you will create a master schedule. That means that event has got multiple deliverables and each deliverable has got schedule. Now you create a master schedule which is dependent upon the sub-schedules. Now you have multiple schedules coming under the master schedules. If any interdependency is there among those schedules, that you can create at the master schedule level or event level. Now similarly, if you have multiple events or milestone, you will create master schedule for each event which will carry different sub-schedules. Now you will create a program level master schedule which will carry master schedule for the event, and each master schedule will carry the sub-schedules. Here also some interdependency is there between different event level master schedule that you can define at the program level master schedule. So you can create schedule using different method. You can create schedule using template. You can create schedule from the scratch. If it is a new scenario, you will create schedule. You manage schedule. Then if you want to search, you have a search capabilities wherein you are searching like Google type search. Then you apply different filters, which we can say Amazon side. We have different filters to drill down to the desired information. Once you open a schedule or you open a program, then you have multiple schedules, and here schedules are shown category wise based on status. You can see the different schedule which is not started, which is in progress, which is running late. If you have predefined template, you can use those template to create schedule, or maybe you can use existing schedule and you can duplicate them to create a new schedule for the new program. So this way it will help you do the knowledge management, and then you would be able to reuse. It will not save time also, and it will ensure consistency throughout the program. The advantage of Teamcenter integrated program planning and execution, that you will get a single consolidated interface wherein you would be having your task deliverables and schedule deliverables. Then you would be having associated, you would be able to select your schedule deliverable and associated tasks will be visible there itself. All the schedule members or program team would be part of that single consolidated interface. And then from there itself, you would be assigning the stakeholders to different events and activities. Parallelly, if you created a schedule using a schedule template, but because of some unique requirement, you want to add a new task to that existing schedule, you can always use same interface. So this will also help you easy adoption because it's not a complicated interface. The performance will be optimal because you need not switch interfaces, and it will also ensure that duplication is not there. Some more benefit of single consolidated interface. You can have sub schedule part of your master schedule. You can add them from this interface itself. And here itself, you would be able to see the Gantt chart, which system will create for you the moment you have created a schedule and created the interdependency between activities. It will create the Gantt chart for you. So here you will have Gantt tree, the master schedule, the sub schedule, milestone, the dependency link, which is telling the predecessor and successor activities, the summary tasks, and the time scale. So this system is helping you save time in that context as well. Now we want to automate all those tasks and activities. So now this interface, what it will do in the background, you can define some of the business standard processes or workflows, which will be triggered the moment when task is initiated. The workflow will trigger and it will ensure that the business process is being followed and the stakeholders are getting their tasks as per this process flow, and relevant deliverables and relevant reference and informations are available to the users at the desired time. So this way we can automate the execution of program. And here itself, once I got a task, from there itself, I would understand what are the deliverables, what is the dependency, what are the affected items because of that execution. So this is how it will be. You will create program, you will create project. If required, you will create sub project. From there itself, you can understand the complete detail of the program. Each project will have their events. Then you will define event criteria. Based on this criteria only, this event will be considered completed. What all criteria need to be met before this event is completed and next event will start. If you want to understand what all changes happening during that event or during that schedule, that itself will be visible here itself. And here itself, you would be able to understand deliverables at the program level, then project level, sub-project level, and event level. If you want to assign responsibility, you would be defining the responsible party from this interface. And then, as we were discussing, the risk is actually integral part of any project execution. Then you will anticipate the risks, you will manage them here, you will make the contingency plan for this risk as part of this each risk item. And whenever this risk will arise, these risk items will be initiated and it will have contingency plan in place which will be followed. Similarly, if some small issues are coming during the execution of the program which is impacting either cost or timeline, then you will have issue in place and you would be tracking those issues and implication of those issues. Similarly, during the execution of project, if any opportunity is there, like raw material cost goes down and you want to procure early, those opportunity also would be part of your program management interface. But this is not enough for program manager. They need to see dashboard also to understand the status of the plan and then how each event is progressing, how we are achieving our milestone on time and within budget. Now, obviously, during the program execution, various type of disruptions may come in, and it could be planned or unplanned disruption. But once unplanned disruption comes, we need to accommodate them into our existing plan. It could be like customer is changing the requirement or adding the new requirement. Some requirements come say because of some new safety standards mandate has come in. Okay, and sometime PMO is doing some resource allocation and resource shuffling. Sometime like we right now we are seeing the coronavirus thing, some supply chain can get affected and we need to look for some other resources or other suppliers, and then we need to source our component from those suppliers. Customer again may say that I need the deliverable, the first build 1 month earlier. So these are some of the unplanned disruption which may come in. Here, prototype delivery is delayed by the supplier side, or maybe from the manufacturing team side, we're getting information that they tried the tool which is expected to be starting soon, but trial period. Now they need to make modification to existing tool and it will delay for 2 weeks or so. So now we need some sort of agile adjustment. So these are some sort of example. For each disruption, we need to do the adjustment. Now we understand what need to be done, but our program management interface should give us that flexibility and agility that we can accommodate this sort of disruption which are coming in. So we are seeing one or two example here. Like previously, these were the events which were used to complete those deliverables, but suddenly customers add some new requirements. Now we need to adjust our schedule as per this new disruption. So now what we'll do, we'll just, this interface will allow just cut and paste those deliverables and low priority deliverables and put them into subsequent events, and then we will have our resources become free, and those deliverables which are early and early need to be delivered and urgent, we can focus or we can align our resources to those deliverables first. And here we are able to see that one schedule is created for one deliverable which is coming from our existing supplier. But suddenly, let's say coronavirus or some disruption happen at the supplier side. Because of that, we need to procure it from some new resource. So now what we'll do, we'll change the plan accordingly. Our deliverables would be asking for new supplier now. Now the interface is giving you benefit, like it will create generate a schedule for that deliverable automatically for the new supplier. Now comes the schedule tracking, because every team leader want to understand how their program and projects and schedule are progressing. So now this tool will give you some identification. Red means need attention, green means in progress, yellow means running late. So this sort of indication will help the program manager to identify which all milestones could get affected, and they need to take a measure to keep their program on track. Similarly, for those disruptions or some critical activities or critical events, the notification can be configured, and these notification would come to MS Outlook or maybe within Teamcenter interface also. You'll get the notification if any disruption is happening to your program plan. But this is not enough, because senior management always want a holistic dashboard to understand how the complete organization is progressing in terms of programming. So they need reports, and more than that, they need analytics. So what is the difference between reporting and analytics? Reporting is nothing but we are giving the information, and we are arranging the information in a useful manner, which can help in understanding the status of the progresses, and it's giving the understandable view of the status. But analytics is little more than that. It not only compile and aggregate the existing information, it help us to get the insight out of it. So now, as per tech clarity, the business intelligence extending PLM value, one blog they have brought. As per them, the PLM value maturity is like this. Initially, you want to get the product data under control. That is nothing but product and process management and automation. So that means whatever deliverables and milestones and program plans are there, you want to bring them into one system, and you want to keep your data under control. The next level is one source of truth, wherein single system is taking care of all the deliverables, resources, or your program plan, and you are avoiding duplication. The extreme level is business intelligence level, wherein you are able to get the insight out of that data and process which you have collected and automated. So first level is called data level, wherein you are bringing the data under control. Second level is called knowledge management level, wherein you are capturing the knowledge during the execution of your program. But the third level is called intelligence level now, because you have collected a lot of data and you are getting some intelligent insight out of it. So reporting will answer the question like, what is the status of the parts in the bill of material? How many change requests are initiated? How many are completed? Who owns the item? Who is logging into Teamcenter, our program management tool? How many open changes are there? So this sort of information will come from the reporting part. So this sort of report you can see, where you are able to see open tasks by responsible parties and other dashboards. Similarly, on the schedule side, you are able to see how many are completed, how many not started. So these are some of the dashboard which can be created, and it will help you to get the reports and to understand the progress of the program. This is one small video which will help you understand how this dashboard can help a program manager. So here we are able to see on time completion, how many are completed on time, and parallelly we are able to see tabular form also. Here we have taken the different baseline of the program, so we are able to compare baseline 1 and baseline 2, and this is the little border level dashboard. Now if we talk about analytics, what type of question analytics would be answering when it comes to program management? So where are the inefficiency in our program execution? How my team is performing? Whether we are able to deliver our deliverables as per expected quality? If there are any project or program changes? If my product cost is getting affected or my program cost is overshooting? And how my overall program is performing? So this is again one small video which will help you understand the. This is how it will look like. You are able to see the complete program, that you are able to see the dashboard of it, how many risks are there, how many has been completed, how many are in progress, then who are at the critical stage. If work in progress, how many running late. If we see risk, then high risk and low risk. Similarly, opportunity, medium, low, and high opportunity. This is the dashboard which you're getting at the overview level of the program. These are some more dashboards which will give you other KPIs like changes backlog, issues by priorities, deliverable backlogs, and then if you see at the bottom, risk by score and opportunities by score. Even everything is color coded. So you can understand green means completed close, orange means in progress, red means in progress but running late. So now program management has got information from single dashboard, and he can further drill down and understand the root cause of any delay or any disruption and take a countermeasure immediately. So now when we talk about Teamcenter reporting and analytics, it's nothing but a business intelligence tool where you can create different dashboards to understand the KPIs. The creation of these dashboards are very simple, just simple drag and drop the chart, table, elements, properties, and your new dashboard will be ready. And then you can take advantage of the drill up and drill down facility of the tool. And then finally, you have the slicing and dicing capacity of the business intelligence tool, which help you understand the root causes of the disruptions. So now, as per again tech clarity, the source of value from business intelligence tool in PLM is that you can identify the problem sooner, you can reduce the project and product rework, and you can obviously, because you are reducing the rework, you can avoid the cost overrun or time overrun. Based on your business intelligence tool, you are creating a closed loop between your service and engineering, and obviously your product quality will improve. And because now you will have a single interface along with dashboard, it will improve your project program execution, and your gate reviews will be on time and effective. And as we are managing our opportunities and risks as part of our program planning and execution, you will identify if any opportunity of cost saving is there, and you can take advantage of it. If any opportunity is there for part consolidation, because now your program management and product lifecycle management and business intelligence tool are working in single interface in tandem, you would be able to identify those opportunities as well. It can even give you the dashboard of the activities or projects which are being executed at the supplier side if you have an integrated supplier program also. So in summary, what we have discussed today, automation is key to the successful execution. That means we are actually automating the complete program execution process. It will help us to ensure consistency and reduce time. It will also give you the immediate visibility into any risk or opportunity, and you can take proactive actions. And it will also help you improve the productivity, because now you will avoid manual updates and your program dashboard is real time. And it's also giving you, if any disruptions or any challenges there, you can see it on the dashboard and you can take the proactive action. And because now all the human resources are part of this system, you will have a collaborative environment wherein each individuals or stakeholders are part of this environment, and the communication gap is not there, and uh, all the stakeholders are able to communicate with each other, and you are able to achieve your goals and of timelines, cost, and targets as per the plan of your program. So if we compare our integrated program planning to the traditional practice, in case of traditional or standard project management solution, plan is managed separately and your execution is separately. Then your access of information and data is generally controlled by your IT team. Your status will not be real time. And then you need experts to work on those program management tools. Sometimes you may not have the cost integrated part of it because cost you will be managing in ERP. And if any disruption comes, to adopt to those disruption, to accommodate those disruption could be a challenge. But if you talk about our Teamcenter program planning, so because your human resource, your deliverables, your plan, your execution is part of that Teamcenter program planning only. So you can say plan is tied directly to the work. And because Teamcenter is a product lifecycle management tool, it has got a access control mechanism in place. That same access control mechanism you can utilize when you are doing the program planning and execution. And obviously, because everyone working on the same system, the moment my task is completed, the program dashboard will be updated itself. We need not inform the program manager and someone need not manually update the status. And it's really easy because now it's a browser based, and as you have seen, the search is like Google and then filtering is like Amazon website. So the interface is so simple and intuitive that it will be very easy for users to understand and use that. And it's an integrated solution. Here in you don't have only program and projects. If you are using any CAD tools to do the 3D model designing, or if you are doing simulation to validate your product, if you have quality management in place, everything will be part of this single interface. And as we have shown you, if any disruption comes, you can easily accommodate those disruption and you can reschedule and replan your programs. So these are the benefits. If you own the plan, and then means you own everything. So it's a top-down approach where you start from the planning and execution is part of it. You can manage disruptions, and being an integrated system, all the stakeholders will be communicating and collaborating. And again, it's an integrated system. It not only take care of your program and project, it take care of your 3D design tool, your simulation tool, your quality management tools, your other supplier processes, your ERP information can come in here, and obviously your status will be real time. So with this, we would say that your program delays, your obsolete reports, and your incomplete status should rest in peace. And we wish you an efficient integrated program management. Hope you enjoyed the session and it was really useful for you. If you feel, you can always reach out to us. My name is Prabhat Kumar. My mail ID is prabhat.kumar@prolim.com, or you can reach out to our common mail, that is info@theprolim.com. So now we open the session for question and answer.